Hello guys, Dima here, and today we are going to talk about the top 5 challenges of solo developing an online game. I'm the developer of online multiplayer strategy Make World. You can see the links in the description about this game, and I developed it solely, and now it is live and you're free to try it. So now let's begin. And the first problem is the amount of work you should do. Basically, if you're solo developing an online game, you should do everything. Server-side code, client code, menu, coding like login forms, like creating a game, starting a game, and so on. And the game itself needs to be coded fully by yourself. Uh, it is obviously a doable task because like you can see that I managed to do it, but it is very hard. So I suggest you, if you're thinking about doing your online game, I would say that you need to find a partner or two to create it with. But if you want to create a game like solo, then it's better to start with some simple offline game. Uh, like I tried to develop my game solely. I started it 3 years ago. I thought how much time would it take? Maybe half a year to make like the MVP version of it, but it took 3 years or almost 4 years to like create a working prototype that you can try right now. So yeah, better think twice before trying to develop an online game by yourself. And next one is the game idea. A lot of you guys, I bet, like think that they got a great idea in their mind and like that everybody will like it. But when you start implementing it, like and code it and so on and try it, you understand that it isn't as great without all the features that you came up with. And every feature that needs to be coded like requires a lot of time. Try to come up with an idea that does not require a lot of features, and that the game with all the basic mechanics should feel great. Otherwise, yeah, you again will be in a big pile of work that you need to do before release your game. For example, I always dream to create a civilization-like game that does not require like a ton of time to be played, because like original civilization game usually requires you like 12 hours to finish a game, and like I thought, why not create a game that will require like 1 hour for the game session? But then I understood that it is like a very hard task, that like the game itself contains a lot of mechanics that needs to be programmed and created, a lot of assets, graphics, and so on. And another problem that you will face during creation of your online game is servers. For example, I have one server in Europe, and the problem is that all the players like in the USA or in Asia, like they cannot. At least I think that the game will not feel as great for them with great ping. So yeah, it is another problem for a solo developer to refuse the idea of creating an online game, and that is like basically like all these DevOps things that you need to think about server side, about the like crashes of the server, because if one player does something wrong and crashes your server, then all other players will also struggle. And the top two problem is sound and graphics. A lot of you guys, I think as well as me, like you either are good at creating good assets like graphics, sound, or something like that, or programming. Doing both things is usually hard. And as for me, like I'm fairly good programmer, but graphics and sound, like it is like a very big problem for me. But with newest like neural networks, they help you create some basic assets and so on that you can like then fix in Photoshop. So again, it is a doable task, but you should think beforehand where will you get all the assets. But as I know, with game engines right now, you can get some assets in stores, like buy them and so on, and create some kind of asset flip game. But again, the problem persists. And the top one problem and the hardest problem for me is marketing. Obviously, like I'm doing a multiplayer game, and if it doesn't have any players, then the game feels bad. That is why even I had to create like a basic AI for the game, like to play with, because marketing is very hard problem. A lot of websites like Reddit, they have a strict moderation where you just cannot post your game like to share with players. They have very poor rules, and that is very disappointing. But I think, yeah, you can make videos for YouTube to show your experience, to show what you did, what you achieved, and maybe people will like it. So we have reviewed my top 5 problems in this video in making a game solely. But let me know what you think, guys. Like, what is the top one problem for you in making your game, or if you're just thinking about making a game, what you think will be the greatest challenge in doing it? Maybe you just don't have the time. Yeah. Also, please subscribe to my channel, share this video. I will appreciate it a lot if you share it with your friends. And if you like an online strategy games, please try my game for free. I think you will like it. Yeah. Subscribe to my social media, and goodbye.